really why I wanted to run, right? I feel like, first of all, there's a whole demographic that hasn't had a seat at the table before. And that means people who are low income and have actually experiencing housing instability, they haven't had representatives that's there with them, right? And also, I'm running in a city where over 35% of the demographic is under the age of 25, and over 34% of the adult population is enrolled in the university in some way. Yet, we've never had student or youth representation on council. And when you look at the issues that Cambridge is facing in the next 2 years, a lot of it can be supported by more community-minded university relations, whether that be pushing for more progress towards sustainable and public transportation, pushing against really fast real estate development, or you see all these, residents feel very strongly about the wave of more population growth that's sort of being spurred by a lot of the universities here. And so I think the city needs more community-minded university relations, and I want to be a voice for that demographic that hasn't had a seat at the table and hasn't had that push on that specifically.
Do you think the university, Harvard, MIT, could be doing more to help the city?
I think first and foremost, and we see that there's mobilization happening around this already, is pushing universities to meet more of the demand for graduate student housing. Right now, over 55% of graduate students live off campus. Over 30% of students overall live off campus. And that's not because they don't want to live on campus, that's actually because of lack of available and accessible and affordable housing options on campus.
That's what they could do right off the bat.
Yes.
University housing. University housing, that would open up 30% more housing to the general population.
And if you actually look at the numbers, you could open up about 10,000 units that are currently short-term rentals for these students that could be long-term solutions for Cambridge families.
That the universities own, or then the
So they're not there right now. But there's already pushed last week. The MIT, there's a graduate student association that's focusing on graduate student housing, and they actually held a rally and went to City Hall, had a public hearing about pushing these universities to integrate into their real estate development plans more graduate student housing. They already have the property, they already have the infrastructure in place, and so what MIT students are focused on is trying to get MIT to build graduate student housing before they build all of the 1,400 plus units, residential units at the Volpe site, which is going to be the largest tower in Cambridge, currently has no plan for graduate student housing.